Ho! Sweet lights. Back at it. Let's go.
Does that mean
We're going.
oh shit. Hi!
It's fine. I'll edit it out. Awkward start. Here's the awkward starts.
Here's the autism. Hey. I have a ribbon.
Do you now?
Yep, sure do.
You're the best
I got to.
artist?
Yes.
The best autist?
Yep, I have the best artist. I'm good at painting.
Okay, so it's February 25th, 2024.
We are getting ready for Super Tuesday.
Super Tuesday on March
Super
5th,
Tuesday.
so that's what this episode is for. This episode is probably going to be called How You Should Vote, or How to Vote, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you're going to choose, but you should get off your ass and go to the polls, because state and local stuff
We voted,
is
but
how
I haven't voted yet. but
is
I will.
more impactful to your individual life.
And for the people in Texas, this is important to us. So we need
Yes.
to elect the representatives that will represent us
So
in
yeah,
the manner that we choose.
his district's going to be different than mine, so we're
But
gonna.
we're districting.
Yes, we're
We're going to be
we're-
hanging
we're-
chads.
we're tricky districts. we're district
Dicks.
we're district deducers.
Oh, who is that? Arwa Madawi? Madawij? Look at that. Anti-abortion extremist holy. Sorry, we have other stuff on here. And then, see, this is one thing that they don't that they didn't actually explain in school. When you're giving a talk or a speech or any kind of anything in front of the classroom, never give out handouts or put anything behind you, because they're not going to be listening to shit you say. They're going to be looking at that or looking down.
But they can't see that.
Yes, but I can. And this is why I'm distracted, because I am ADHD like crazy.
How about now?
Blue. Lots of blue. So, yes, we're going to be covering this. We're going to be going over how we think you should vote. We're still trying to get Ken Paxton out. You suck, dude.
Actually, I'm good with Ken Paxton because he backed Greg Abbott's play at the border.
Cool. Well, guess what? Lots of people did. Doesn't mean you're
And
cool.
they also tried to impeach him, and sorry, man.
Hey, you know
I'm backing
what-
Ken Paxton. I know why you got beef with him, but every single dad's gonna have beef with their respective attorney generals.
I'm going to tell you this. Did you know that Hitler was opposed to like open borders?
Yeah.
So, we're just going to go with that.
I'm not surprised, man.
Yeah,
There was
he's
a
like-
strong sense of like ethno-nationalism
Yeah.
going on.
So he's like, let's make Germany great again. Sound familiar?
Yeah. So what? And
I'm just saying, it's singing.
well, dude,
strikingly familiar.
history rhymes.
It does. Trump.
And let's be honest,
Hitler,
let's
rhymes.
be honest here. Who's been
Adolf Trump.
Who's been more fascist? Who's been more fascist, the current administration or the previous one?
Both.
In what way?
No, I mean this one, obviously. But here's what pisses me off about the current administration right now.
Let's get into it.
This is what makes me mad about it.
There's a laundry list I could give.
Okay. Well, despite the fact, if we're gonna put on our honest caps, the honest ones, here's the deal. Both sides have equally sucked in their own different and indistinct ways. To say that they have been both perfect or that any president has ever been perfect is bullshit. Now, I think I'm taking too much of Dave Smith because I'm reading and just learning
might
so
be.
much of his stuff.
Just by general metrics alone,
But
man.
but the fact that he's so, that's just objective, because you could tell he's got a little bit of bias. And I don't,
Everybody's got bias.
but I am going to shout him out because he's great. And I sent our last podcast to him and just like, I hope he watches it because I think it's interesting. And if he doesn't, then, you'll be like, other people. Anyway, so what I like that he does and what I'm trying to do here and for us, because, I don't want to just say, this is just the stuff that you should do because we should be on these people's side, and give you zero context. We want to be open and honest and tell you that there are flaws on both sides, and this is what we're going to point them out, and we because this is our show. We're going to do what we want.
And
we're
there's
going to tell you what we think.
And there's also objectively fucking terrible and objectively fucking better.
There is. But I'm just saying objectively, you can't sit there and say that they don't have their equal problems. Now, do we lean a different side? Yes, of course we do. But to point out facts are facts. Okay, here's one. The whole, let's go back to 2019, no, 2020. 2020 before the election started. Because before 2019, the end of 2019, and between 2017 and the end of 2019, Trump was killing it. Doesn't matter what you did, there's no way that he was getting...
Yeah, the economy was booming.
Yeah. Whether it was him, whether it was other parties, doesn't matter. During his administration, he was doing great. He was. Now, you're like, well, what about this polity?
By what metric are you saying that, though?
Economically, we were doing great. Yes. Foreign policy,
and
he wasn't putting up with shit. I thought that was cool.
Peace abroad. Prosperity at home, peace abroad.
Did he get us into new wars? No.
Not a one.
Did he try to get out of wars faster? He tried. And then he eventually did. Kind of. But he was working towards it. He told them they had an agreement, and then the whole Biden administration kind of really fucked it up. But he tried. He made his best effort, and he kept saying, "This is what we're going for. This is what we're doing," and he was honest about it. Now, in a very brash way, and I know that turns a lot of people off, and I get it. I'm not a fan of it either.
He shoots from the hip, and he was the first president to be a blatant.
And I know this has been said.
Be a blatant force on Twitter. Like the man governed, and he would just start off his day with the tweet.
I will tell you one thing. He's a marketing will always be probably the funniest president we've ever had.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my God.
He's also a marketing genius,
and he is such a dick.
He still hadn't spent a dime on press. Like the marketing and shit. Well, I guess that's discounting Truth Social, which he built. But
let's do this. Now, this is what I do not like about Trump. This is what I don't like about him.
Okay.
He is very boastful. Not a big fan of that. He doesn't have a humble bone in his body.
Oh man.
It's not a good look as far as for someone representing our entire country. It's not great. I'm not saying that it's bad.
It's the price you pay for the projection of that much strength on the world stage. So.
Now, here's another thing. Yeah, I know everything there is to know about the military. The fuck you do. No, you don't. Saying shit like that. When he's like, yeah. Now, great things.
Well,
he wanted to blow up. He wanted to send nukes into a tornado. That was hilarious.
That was funny, but I'm curious. I kind of want to pull that up.
And I kind of want to see what happens when you do that. I mean, fucking try it. You know, Twister, if you've seen the movie, which they're doing a remake, and I don't want to see it. But if you got a Twister going towards houses in Oklahoma, just give it a shot. They're going to tear them up, those trailers up anyway. You might as well try to nuke it, or not nuke it, but, send some Hellfire missiles at it and just see what happens. I mean, what's it going to hurt? It's either going to destroy everything in its path anyway, and the bombs did nothing except blow out fucking fields for no reason that was getting torn up by a Twister, or it's going to fucking destroy a tornado, and then problem solved. Maybe 2 houses get killed instead of
it's also
hundreds.
From The Guardian, and The Guardian... See, The Guardian is very left-wing. It's...
Well, hold on. Trump suggests nuking hurricanes to stop them hitting. Yes!
But wait.
Let's try
President
it.
Response, I never said this. Trump seems to think, okay.
Yeah, but I know he said it. I remember seeing this.
Did you hear him say it?
Yes.
Let's go to the original clip. I want to try to find the
He's like, clip. Let's kill tornadoes with bombs. Yes! Maybe he said, I didn't say nuke. I said bomb it.
Okay, he said bomb it.
I think he said bomb it.
Well, maybe he was just tossing out ideas.
It's a good one.
I mean, it's like, well, can we use an explosion to thwart a massive,
Let's try it. It's like a,
rain and
what do they call those?
He didn't say nuke the freaking thing.
Either way, throw a bomb at it. Just see what happens. Throw rocks at it. You don't know. What is it? What do they call those? The flares. When a when the bomb's incoming.
Tracer?
No. It starts with a C. I always
What is it again?
countermeasures.
Okay, yes.
Countermeasures.
It's like Iron Dome.
Yeah,
Like,
what
those are like
you see a
active
plane,
countermeasures.
and they just like hit the countermeasures, like pop, 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 so the bomb can, the missile can go.
It's a heat seeker. The heat seeker goes out.
It hits
to the
into that
flares.
direction, and it like kind of muffles some of the blast.
Yeah.
So it doesn't destroy your plane. You have a chance to get away, unless you got like 4 or 5 of them. Then you're in deep shit. Then you're dead. Yeah. So I mean, Trump. That's like he says crazy shit, and it's insane. But what I do like about him, he doesn't put up with bullies. Maybe because he's a bully himself, but the thing is that sometimes you need one to run your country, because we've kind of had a couple of bitches.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of bitches running the country. Now, here is where I have an issue with the way that the country's going under Biden's regime and propping up, Alzheimer's grandpa out there who just clearly doesn't need to be there. I'm not saying a Democrat can't do it. I'm just saying that Democrat can't do it. And the ones that they've put up so far that I've seen, they all kind of suck. But I will say, I don't think it's a good look for us. I think that we need to... I'm scrambling a little bit because I had a thought in my head and it kind of went away, and now I'm trying to bring it back.
Just relax.
No, but I'm amped up.
Okay.
Because I'm excited. Because I actually know what I'm talking about for once when we're talking about this political. He's been trying to get me doing politics for years, and usually I'm just flailing and I have no clue what I'm talking about. Now that I finally do, I lost my...
Hello, this is President Trump, and I'm standing in the Rose Garden.
Okay. Trump on... I don't know. This is on Hurricane Dorian. Let's see how this goes.
Of the White House, right in front of the Oval Office, and we're all working very, very hard on Hurricane Dorian. It's been
Look at that power tie.
interesting because it looked like it was going
It's
to
a
be a very
presidential tie.
small storm.
It's either red or blue.
And we all got lucky. It missed Puerto Rico. It hit the Virgin Islands, but not as bad as it could have. But it really began to form and form big. And now it's looking like it could be an absolute monster. And we're ready. We have the best people in the world ready. And they're going to help you. We're shipping food. We're shipping water.
We have the best
Okay,
people in the world.
this is what I'm curious about. The best to do what? It's coming right at you. You can't stop him.
He's just projecting confidence, man. He's just like,
It's like,
we
hey,
got it handled.
We got it handled.
We got it handled. That's what you're supposed to do.
We have
president.
hands, we have hands across America doing this to stop it. Just a forceful. Give them. Hey, what do they call that? The Hioka from the Samoans. Yeah. Doing those things.
Yeah, the haka. The haka dance, whatever.
All right, yeah. Let's keep going.
Well, we could do an A-B thing with...
okay. Yeah. Adolf Trump,
No, man.
Feckless Biden. Ready. Senor Biden. Yes. By the way, best shit talker in the nation, I would put probably Taylor and Trump together.
Taylor.
No,
Taylor who?
No. Was it Taylor? Who's on the 20?
Jackson?
Jackson. That's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, well, he's a tough dude, man.
Dude, Andrew Jackson. I would put him and Trump together as a shit talking team. Andrew Jackson was hilarious, dude. He put a wheel of cheese, and he buried it somewhere in the White House just so it smelled like shit, just to fuck with the new president. And it stayed there until it reeked. Another fun fact about presidents. Anyway. VP Harris, President Biden deliver remarks at the National Governors Association.
I'm just pulling up a random Biden clip, and I just want to, let's hear
All
this
the
man.
governors for being here. I know you just heard.
It's a little low.
Already speak,
Yeah.
my wife? Well, what the hell am I doing here? Jill enjoys traveling to her states and to advance priorities like education and workforce development. And thanks to Kamala for her leadership and her incredible partnership.
You mean
across
Captain
the board.
Dum Dum? Yeah, okay.
And the members of our cabinet, including former governor, and we have 2 former governors here. Are they both here today? Governor Raimondo Where's my Secretary of Agriculture? Is he here? Well, he's going to be here tomorrow. Tom Vilsack is going to be here tomorrow. My Republican friends, I got bad news for you. I actually like working with you. And reminds me of the days I was in the Senate. Things, we'd argue like hell and then we'd get things done. And but look, before I begin, I want to say a few words about an important anniversary that we mark tomorrow. 2 years ago, shortly before dawn, Russian troops marched across the border in Ukraine. And Putin believed he could easily bend the will and break the resolve of the free people of Ukraine. That he could roll into Ukraine and he would roll over them. 2 years later, he remains wrong. He didn't do that. He wasn't able to do that. Kyiv is still standing. Ukraine is...
Kiev. Bullshit.
Okay, yeah. No, man.
No, I mean, he seems there right there.
He seems more there than normal. He's just tired.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, that's random Biden clip.
Okay, so...
Good old Sleepy Joe.
That really didn't kind of prove any points that we were trying to make, but anyway.
Yeah, sorry.
And the whole Democratic solution is all bad. They got nobody.
Yeah, Ukraine. We just they voted to send like $95 more billion.
It was like it was more than that. It was like $700 billion. I think look that up while I'm going to ramble on this. Okay. By the way, when they approve this package, right? Isn't it weird that they did this in the middle of the night?
Oh yeah, they do that. They do that while the Grammys was taking place or the Super Bowl was happening.
I don't remember what day, but I know that they did this vote in the middle. Why would you do it then? Why? Here's one thing my dad taught me. If you have to hide it, you know it's wrong.
Yeah.
And that's what they did. They hid it. Yeah. They wanted to do a 1.5 trillion, but they didn't get that. I think it was like 700, if I remember right. And it was in the last week or two. I don't know. I'm going off of... Wait. Scroll up. Whoa.
Sorry.
Biden signs it. No, that's not it.
Look at the dates. Yeah.
250 million. That was... Click on it. See when the date is. Yeah. Usually we're pretty prepared. That's not definitely not it. No, that was 2 months ago. But the fact is that we're sending money to this war that we're not even involved in, except monetarily. We're funding something that has, like, what happens? There was a quote that we were talking about earlier, and I still don't know. I think I heard it somewhere. I don't think I read it, or it was in a. All I know is like, don't look for, and this applies to this. Don't look for the man who pulled the trigger. Look for the man who supplied the bullet.
Okay.
I think that's what it was.
All right.
I mean, that's
well.
the
I
it's like the guy who pulled the trigger is wrong, but like who's the one who gave you the bullets?
I need that exact quote so I could put it in the graphic and on the episode I was editing.
I think that's what it was. No, it sounds right.
Okay.
I could be mixing up the words a little bit, but let you decide if you've gone past 5 minutes and actually kept watching this. We were checking our thing out. You should check us out because we actually get better as we roll along.
Average viewers, you're watching or listening 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, we're already past 10, so you're not hearing this. But if you are, kudos to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, bank you. Thank you, Nadia. I don't know. Either way, it was a bunch of money. Sorry, we didn't have this pulled up.
I could do it on Twitter, I guess.
But they approved another spending package, which is crazy, dude. If you stop sending money, this war ends. Mm-hmm. The reason that they fought Ukraine or invaded them and all these people are dying is because they provoked them. You don't provoke them, this shit doesn't happen.
Well, who provoked who? NATO provoked Russia into doing something. That's literally my understanding of it, as it's been from
what I understood is like Russia's agreement and hard all stop. Do not let them into NATO. Don't do it. Because it would put NATO forces on Russian border. Yes, and they're like, border. Don't do it. Like, this is where we stand. Do not do this. We're not going to fuck with Ukraine. We're not going to do nothing to them. We're going to leave them alone. Just don't let them into NATO. And they were all in agreement for how long ago did he say this? Years and years and years. And then all of a sudden, they're like, let's poke the bear. Screw it. Meh, doing it anyway. And guess what happened? The rest is like, we warned you. We're not screwing around. We warned you.
Wise words from Slovak Prime Minister Robert Fico.
Let's see what he says. How long is it?
It's a 4-minute clip.
All right, let's see what he says.
Priatelia.
No.
V zápale vyjadrení podporujúcich zabíjanie Ukrajincov a Rusov a naivnom presvedčení, že konflikt na Ukrajine má len vážení priatelia. V zápale vyjadrení podporujúcich zabíjanie Ukrajincov a Rusov vážení priatelia.
V
zápale vyjadrení podporujúcich zabíjanie Ukrajincov a Rusov a naivnom presvedčení, že konflikt na Ukrajine má len vojenské riešenie, sa mi zdá ako vhodné povedať pri príležitosti druhého výročia vojny na Ukrajine aj niečo iné. Západ nemôže priznať, že stratégia využiť konflikt na Ukrajine na zničenie Ruskej federácie nefunguje. Krátko po začiatí konfliktu bolo Ukrajincom znemožnené dosiahnuť mierovú dohodu s Rusmi, hoci boli veľmi blízko. A padlo rozhodnutie, že masívna podpora Ukrajiny, finančná aj vojenská, spojená so sankciami proti Rusku a falošným demonizovaním prezidenta Ruskej federácie Putina, dostane Rusko na kolená. Nič z tejto stratégie nefunguje. Rusko nie je ani politicky, ani ekonomicky na kolená. V roku 2023 malo v konflikte väčšiu...
There's a little bit of a translation...
There's a translation issue, but...
I mean, we get the point. It's like, if
Russia's okay.
They're fine.
Russia is doing fine, and actually,
according to Tucker Carlson, their shopping malls are the best.
Well, no, they did grocery shopping, and like what was a week's worth of food was $100, or
but here
2 weeks worth of food or something.
But what's the average citizen make there? That's the thing. If put it like this, let's say that average, let's say we go to the grocery store. Let's go to Walmart, right? Let's go to Walmart, and everything there is, we get 2 weeks worth of groceries. 2 weeks. And it's $150, right? Seems reasonable, right? But let's say the average income of everyone is $10,000 a year. Sucks. That sucks.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
we don't know what
true inflation is measured via CPI, and what they used to do is they used to measure CPI based on a basket of normal goods and services that everybody buys.
I understand, but we don't know what their
But they
average
cook those
is.
fucking books, though.
True, but we also don't know what their average income is. If their average income is like, 1,000 rubles a year,
I mean
then
that's extreme poverty. And if you have extreme poverty, dude, you would have a revolution within the country. That's normally what those things tend to lead to.
I mean, but you don't know if that's come. It really just depends on.
Well, it's 2 years into the conflict, though.
But if it was that cheap and everybody in the average income is 50,000, American, and 2 weeks worth of groceries is $150 or $100, whatever the fuck it was. If that's what it was, y'all are doing great. That's amazing. But we don't know. And we should try to find that at some point. Okay. Average income of Russians. Family income. I know we're tangenting, but...
average income of a Russian family.
There you go. Summarizer.
Russian household income per capita from
$7,000 US.
Oh, Statista is a great source. I'm going to go back here. Statista is a great source.
Okay.
So, this goes to
$20,000 a year.
It's increased.
Yeah,
it's increased over time.
It's like, okay, scroll down.
Per capita income.
Okay, every year it's gone up about $500.
I mean, five. Wait.
No, not 5,000.
Household disposable income per capita in U.S. dollars.
Yeah, but if you look over 10 years, it looks like it went up about $500 a year, average. Yeah, it made a big jump there, but you're looking probably about $500 a year. 8 years, it went up $4,000. That's about $500 a year. Yeah, so let's say it's about $21,000. It's still not great.
It's not great.
So if he went and spent $150 US for a week's worth, it's like, you're struggling. What's rent? You know what I mean? Like, we're not going to look it up, but I'm just saying, you got to think about rent. You got to think about car. Do they have car insurance? Maybe. Health insurance? Probably not.
Household disposable income.
They might have UBI.
Increased by $746.9 per capita, 3.76%. That's actually pretty good. Over 3%. I think that's probably what we were looking at in the Trump administration.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, if you're spending $150 for a week's worth of groceries,
but
for a family.
But that means that the economy is growing, and if the economy is growing,
I'm not saying
people
that.
are getting
That's
jobs,
great.
and
that's great.
I'm just
saying
positive economic growth. If you look at our numbers compared to then, the real numbers, you'll probably see a damn contraction.
Okay, but it's bullshit, because scroll up. Because, like, if you look at this, okay, let's say we started from $10 a week. Now we're going to 30. Now we're going to 70. Now we're going to 100. Now we're going to, like, okay, yeah, you're growing, but 20,000 for an average income, it's like, yeah, it's okay for what they have. Maybe that's all they need, but $150 a week. Was it a week's worth of groceries or two?
Values have been adjusted for purchasing power parity and take into account both the payment of taxes and social contributions and transfers in kind received by households. Such health or education provided for free at a reduced prices by government. Release date is the date of access.
Here you go, buddy. That's for you.
Thank you.
All I'm saying is
economy.
$150 a week. You're thinking over 52 weeks. That's a lot.
But the economy, average nominal wage per month from look at that.
From 95 to 2001, that's a 26-year gap.
I mean, that's pretty good, man.
It's good. It's going up. It just doesn't mean it's great, though. That's what I'm saying. It's in relative terms.
Okay. Well,
I'm not saying
from 95 to 21. That's post-Soviet. That's post-Soviet period.
I understand that, because I think the fall of the
89, 90. Yeah. I mean,
okay. Let's put it like this: $150 a week for groceries, right? U.S. dollars. Is that what he said? Was they went and spent, like, a normal thing is like 100? Was it? It was like 2 weeks. Or one.
I don't remember. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Okay, now if you're spending $150 a week on groceries as a family, times 52, which obviously is going to be some fluctuation in there, because you got to think about holidays, celebrations, graduations, all the whole thing. The mean, you're looking at $7,800. So a third of your paycheck is going to food if you spend $150 a week in groceries for a family.
Okay.
So that means times that by 3, you're looking at $23,400, which is more than you make. But I'm only timesing that by 3, meaning like it's a third of your income. So it's good, but it's they're on the come up.
I mean, because of the war, if the war was really devastating Russia, you would probably see an economic contraction.
Well, and here's another thing.
It's like,
they have more problems than we do.
Yeah,
and
it's colder.
And not only that, you got to think of all of Russia. How many conflicts have been in Russia in the last 30 years?
I mean, they've
multiple.
They've been at war for a long time. Like, as a country, as a people, they've been a pivotal.
Like, not just like a hot war.
They've been a pivotal country throughout history. Like, where a lot of historical significant events happen and regimes change and this, that, and the other. Man,
I mean, Croatia. That comes to mind.
How about I know it's not in Russia, but like Yugoslavia, the war in Yugoslavia in the 90s. That
was the one I was thinking of. Yeah,
that was when we were in middle school.
Yeah, so you got
6th grade.
You have all these wars that they have been a part of. We have been a part of a 20-year war, right? We were in the war in the 90s. We're in the war in all the 2000s so far, up until like 2 years ago.
We've been at war longer than we've not been at war as a country.
But here's the rub, is that it's not here. We're devastating.
Well, yeah, no.
We're devastating our own economy.
Not yet.
We're screwing over our own economy, and then funding.
We exported our labor.
We're funding our other wars, right? We're funding other people into war. We're exporting countless funds and munitions.
Yes. Yeah, we're giving all the weapons to Ukraine, and like, what were those missiles they just sent to Ukraine? Whatever.
Oh, the fun ones. I can't think of it right now, but yes. I can't remember what they call them. But anyway, so we're going to talk about elections. Sorry about that.
We're gonna go to the Texas sample ballot.
So this is what we're looking at. What's coming up for our Super Tuesday, March 5th, 2024. Cast your ballot because your vote matters. Kind of.
It depends on where your district is.
Yeah.
And what party you line up with. Let's see.
So if you go to a typical
this is a search
average
thing.
ballot, this is what you're going to look for.
Just let me find it. They're not watching this.
Okay. This is what you're going to find on the thing that you can't see right now, but it's right there. And by the way, if you want to see some fun, completely biased opinions, go to ballotpedia.org. It's super cool. I pointed it out to Porter over here and a couple of guys.
It's also very limited on information.
True, but I like how they're just like, hey, Biden did this, this, and this, and this. There's no real controversy to worry about. Hey, by the way, Trump, he did this, and he was the president. Oh, and here's all of his stuff. He's the first person to get impeached. And then
He's not the first president to get impeached.
I know Andrew Johnson was, but
yeah,
I know things. Anyway, so he was, but I'm just saying, like the first person to get this, and the first, like, and all these bad things. It's like, well, cool. What about the good stuff he did? It's like, don't worry about that. Anyway, here's all the shitty things, and Biden, he's the president, and he passed all these things, and he put up a bunch of vetoes. It was like, come on, man, let's be better. If we're gonna do it, let's do it equally for all sides. If not, then just don't put it up there. Just say, hey, vote for this guy or vote for that guy. Pick one. We don't give a shit. We already know who's gonna win anyway. Hey, by the way, what's SCOTUS? Something of the United States. What's Secretary of Commerce?
What?
SCOTU. You know, I'm going to look at it while you're doing your thing.
You look it up.
I thought you knew it offhand because you know all the political stuff.
Well, I don't know. Politics is fucking exhausting.
I'm going to find it.
Go ahead.
SCOTUS meaning is Supreme Court of the United States of America. Of the United States. That's what SCOTUS means. Oh. Well, SCOTUS did something, and I don't remember.
Oh, you were spelling it out. You said SCOTUS, Supreme Court of the United States. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. It's okay.
Hey, by the way, Bud Light's back.
I don't think. Yeah.
Oh, they are sponsoring the UFC. They got Shane Gillis as the spokesman. Kid Rock even said he's fucking
I heard
back
the
on
podcast.
Board.
We'll see.
I haven't heard it yet. But yeah, so I remained strong this entire time. I didn't quit. I know that they said Shane Gillis should be a spokesman, but you know what? I've been drinking this shit longer than him, and I can't talk shit about him. I like Shane Gillis. He's a good dude. He's funny. He just seems like a fucking school bully who's funny. I like it. He's not a bitch. Can't have those. So right now, Porter is going through and checking out the ballot stuff.
Forgive me, I'm not even going to look at Democrat ballots. But
I will say one thing is I've heard probably 1,000 commercials, and that's not being hyperbolic in any way, about Glenn Rogers. I don't know what he did to piss everyone off.
What?
But there is some
is he a rep?
Victory Foundation who has... the Victory Fund or Foundation, one of those two, who really has it in for this guy because, man, they cannot stop talking shit about him. I mean, he's been elected for 2 years. He's only been in since 2021, but apparently,
what county are you in?
He's done enough, Parker County. He's done enough to just piss everyone off. I don't. It's on my YouTube algorithm.
What, your county?
I don't know. I'm talking about the Glenn Rogers thing, so I don't know where it's coming from, but I know that whoever it is cannot stand him. He's like, well, he didn't support this, and he hates children, and you know, people say that you can't choose your schools. Well, Glenn Rogers says, nope, you can't, you suck, or something. I don't know. Just listen. I mean, if you're listening to...
What, is he a Democrat or Republican?
I don't know. I got to look him up. I meant to like do a deep dive into him today. I planted plants. I shoveled for about 7 hours. We got lives, people, man. Like, we're gonna be better, but this isn't like our only job. We got lots of jobs. We're blue collar as it gets. We don't have blue on at the moment. I usually have blue on because I have collars and blue.
I wouldn't call myself blue collar. I wouldn't call myself white collar either.
You're beige. You're a beige.
I'm like, yeah. I mean, fair enough. It's just like, it's on the way to white, but like, it's a small business.
You're like a Tar Heel blue.
Tar Heel blue.
Yeah, you're like a light blue. Yeah, you're like
not that it bothers.
You're
me
like
the
University of North Carolina. You're Michael Jordan back in the 80s. But anyway, so we're gonna have a special coverage. We're gonna go through all the candidates, all the ballots, all the stuff that's all the important things. We're gonna be watching it live. I hope that you join us.
This we will be live streaming for the frickin' thing.
This episode will be out before March 5th.
I'll put it out. I'll try to get it out by Tuesday.
Yes, it will be out.
It's going to be a double whammy. The other Chaos episode will hit on Monday, and then this one will hit on Tuesday.
Yeah. And so we will be ready, and y'all should be prepared for the shenanigans that are going to be involved. Maybe we'll play Hot or Not, like we did last time, which was, honestly, I thought it was pretty funny. We had a good time. Maybe we'll have special
You wouldn't know
guests.
what precinct you're in, would you?
Yeah, 12th. No, I have no idea. I'm in the 12th precinct.
12th.
Yeah.
I'm the 12th precinct. Yeah. All right, well, I'm just going to look at Dallas County.
Yeah, go look at Dallas County.
Okay.
We'll do yours.
Yeah, this is the Republican ballot. Yeah, shocker. You get... closed primary, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so we got presidential people. David Stuckenberg, I don't even know who that is.
He sounds hot.
Ryan L. Binkley.
Okay.
What is this, like high school?
I guess.
It's like class president. Ron DeSantis is still on the ballot. DJ, Big T Rump, DJT.
Oh, DJT.
Nikki Haley, Vivek.
Well, hey, did you notice in Ballotpedia that they purposely did it by alphabetical order? So Biden, which is the little line, and then Trump would be at the very bottom.
Are they looking pretty biased?
Yeah, they look biased.
I haven't even
I kind of did a deep dive into it for about 45 minutes, and I'm like, come on, guys.
Well, most of that's the thing. If
hold on, Chris Christie still? I thought he dropped out.
Well, you could still be on the ballot. He is. I think. I mean, you could still.
I don't know. Maybe I'll write in Hulk Hogan again.
You can put these people down. It just like it won't.
All right, so we got DJT. We got a big DJ, Nikki Haley, who sucks. Vivek, who
she just lost in South Carolina.
Yeah, I know. I just saw.
You saw that?
Yeah. Vivek. I think he would be a good vice president. I think that would be on his. I don't know what Trump was doing, pointing to some random dude in the crowd. When he's like, oh, that guy looks like he'd be a pretty good vice president over there. And I'm like, dude, I know what you're doing. Don't do that. Asa
Hutchinson. He was that dude from Arkansas.
Yeah, Chris Christie, uncommitted.
Or Alabama.
No comprometido.
Comprometido.
No, that's the...
I'm going to vote for Kong Nim.
That sounds Vietnamese.
It is. Well, yeah. You have the Vietnamese section, and then you have.
Oh, dude, I was right.
You have the Espanol. It's like it's in English, Espanol.
All right, here, go to the Spanish. Here, I can read Spanish. I'm good at that. Here, scroll up. Okay. Yo soy republicano y comprendo que soy elegible para votar o participar en la elección primaria o la convención de otro partido político durante este año electoral.
Why are you doing this?
Just because I'm good at it. Well, it says, I am a Republican, and I understand that I am ineligible to vote. God dang it.
Sorry.
And you just ruined everything. All right, there you go. Ineligible to vote or to participate in another political party's primary election or convention during this voting year. Okay, let's do the Vietnamese one. No. We're not racist. We just can't read Vietnamese.
I can't read Vietnamese. I've just taken a whack at it.
All right, United States Representative, District 32. Vote for one. Representante de los Estados Unidos, Distrito Número 32.
Número 32.
Presiding Judge, Court of Criminal Appeals. Vote for one. Juez Presidente, Corte de Criminales. Votar por uno.
All right, let's go back to the United States Senator.
Yeah.
Okay, so our choices are R.E.
Rufus
Lopez, Holland Red Gibson, or Ted Cruz.
Yeah, I'm going Ted Cruz.
I'll probably go with Ted Cruz.
Yeah. Senador de los Estados Unidos.
I don't know this guy's.
Let's see. United States Representatives, District 5, Lance. We got one person. All right. Representantes de los Estados Unidos, Distrito Número 5. Just for,
Cliff Wiley, Jake Elsie, James Buford, District 6.
I'm going James Buford. I like the name. I don't know who it is, but I like it.
Let's look him up. Let's look him up. Let's go back here.
I don't like the Eliza name. It sounds weird. James Buford.
James Buford Tannen. Oh, no.
I am willing to give Buford a shot. Oh. We need a true conservative who is not a part of the swamp or the establishment candidate like the incumbent.
Pastor.
Who's the incumbent?
Business James Buford. Ooh. Not a handsome looking dude, but,
nope. He looks like he's drained from the main vein. All right. Yeah, that's Episcopalian if I ever saw one.
He is a pastor.
Yeah, maybe Baptist. Let me see. Members of Congress.
Stools hurt.
Oh, okay. So the incumbent is Elsie. All right. So I don't like that guy's name, so I'm going Buford.
Yeah, I'll give old Buford a shot.
Primaries will be held on March 5th. Members of Congress make 174,000 a year. All right, let's see. Beth Van Duyn. Doing?
I don't know.
All right, well, that's another representative. All right, let's just keep rolling through. Let's go through what we got. All right, U.S. Representative, District 32, vote for one. We got
David Blewett, Gulrez Gus Khan, Daryl Day, Juan Faria.
If I have to pick from this, I bet you David Blewett is the incumbent.
He's not, but he is the one who's campaigning the hardest because he's the only one I've gotten a text message from.
All right, United States Rep. I'm gonna go Blewett. He texts my friend.
Let's check it.
Good night. Use a condom, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
He's
children.
a family man.
Good Lord, how do you have time for anything else? That's why you want to be running for a fucking U.S. representative because you can't afford to do it on just a regular day job. Oh, he's a football man.
Hey, he lived in the village.
He went to SMU on a football scholarship.
He lived in the village. I lived there.
Knox Henderson, I climbed their water towers all the time. I was just there
on Friday.
That's where I
bought that bicycle during COVID.
You know what? He's got 7 kids who all
Hey, man, if he can govern a family that big.
You know what?
For former crime watch chair for Lakewood Heights, former crime watch board. So he's a
no-nonsense man.
And he's
he
played at SMU.
He also must be a Catholic. He's got a lot of kids. All right, I'm curious. Yeah, scroll up. He gave his phone number and everything.
Well, that's campaign office, man.
Floor supply.
I'm gonna vote for this guy.
I like that guy.
Not that, yeah.
Football man. I like him.
Yeah.
Here, scroll up. Let's see if they have his. Nope. Okay. I just wanted to see if he was Catholic. That's a lot of
probably
children.
Do.
And it doesn't matter. Let's go to the next one.
He knows this stuff. He knows enough to actually get on all the platforms.
Yep. No, I mean
Hey, the D magazine is.
Nut bar.
Nut bar DMN. I don't know what that means.
Okay, Councilman David Blewett represents the oddly shaped District 14, which encompasses parts of East Dallas and Uptown. The accepted wisdom is that
he edited Ghostbusters.
He beat incumbent Philip Kingston because Kingston was a jerk. Not to put too fine a point on it, but no one has ever said Kingston lost. All right, well, it doesn't matter because he won. So, cool. You got my vote. David Blewett. Put it on the ballot.
There he is with his giant family again.
Jesus wept.
That's a lot of kids, man.
That is, dude might have driven a yellow Lotus.
Oh, this is a blue rag if there ever was one.
All right, yeah. I don't care.
It's Dallas Magazine.
You know what, David Blewett? You already got our vote. All right, next. Let's keep rolling down this line. All right, okay. Let's see. United States Representative, District 38.
Patrick David Gillespie.
Or Kurt Schwab. Ooh, I don't like a Schwab name. I'm going Gillespie.
Okay.
I'm going...
Irish. Gillespie. He's Irish.
All right, I'm shooting from the hip.
Patrick David Gillespie.
Railroad Commissioner. All right, let's see. James Jim Matlock. Petra Reyes. I'm going down up. Bottom up. Corey Howell. Scroll up. Christy Clark. Nope. Christy Craddock. No.
I think Jim Matlock's I'm assuming he's the incumbent.
Right.
That name looks familiar.
Yeah, I think we saw him last year. All right, Jim Matlock. All right, Justice, Supreme Court, place 2, Jimmy Blow.
One person on the ballot.
I guess we're voting for him. All right. Supreme Court, Brian Walker, John Devine. I think that's the move.
You're just like picking them random.
Let's see. Yep. That's not random. I saw it, and I picked it.
Presiding George, Court of Criminal Appeals.
David J. Schneck.
Schenck.
Sharon Keller. Schneck. I like Schneck. No, I don't really like that name. Helen Keller. Let's do it. Put it on the books. Court of Appeals. Barbara or Gina. Ooh, they're both Parkers. That's not good. I like Gina. Gina seems good. All right. Anything important in here? I mean, they're all important. Anything that we should pay attention to?
I'm gonna leave it up to Jesus.
All right. You know what? We're gonna give him our.
There's so many people. There's so much stuff to vote for on this ballot.
Jesus is gonna take. Oh, he's gonna take the wheel on this one.
That's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna let it happen. You know what?
Either way, you know what? All we're saying is vote.
Just vote. Get as informed
especially
as
if
you
you're
can.
in your. If these
but
are
I'm
your,
already exhausted.
If you're in your specific district, if this is yours, you know who your people are in your.
Try to get your hands on a sample ballot.
You know what? And pay attention to the people who have actually been politicking out there, walking door to door, shaking hands, shaking babies.
Yeah.
Kissing hands and shaking babies.
Kissing hands and shaking babies. Yes. I'm all about some baby shaking and some kissing, some hand kissing.
A little hard reset.
Yeah. Shit. What else? Okay.
All I know is it's voting's coming up soon. It's very important. Whether you believe it or not, you should do it. We're all going to do it. We'll all do it together. Hey, we should all do a 5K together. We're going to sponsor a 5K. It's going to...
I'm not doing a 5K.
It's you can do it on your bike. You're going to win.
I'll do the bike portion of the triathlon.
Yeah, no. You could be our guide. You could be the guy who takes us down the trail.
We could look at the most... Let's see.
That's ridiculous. We're not doing that. But we should have a Sweet Lies beer pong tournament.
I mean, yeah, you mentioned it like 4 episodes now.
I know. I'm still into it. I love beer pong.
Name it and claim it.
Sweet Lies beer pong tournament. I got a sweet trophy.
What? General presidential election. Oh, yeah. Trump is
up by
up to like 1.9%.
1.9%. Yeah.
Well, that's aggregate too.
Yeah. Wisconsin versus Biden. Trump versus Biden. Yeah, Wisconsin versus. That sounds like a.
Wisconsin versus Biden.
Yeah, it sounds like what a criminal court appeals thing.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania versus Biden. Yeah. It looks like the Bidens have it.
Pennsylvania? Well, yeah. I mean, he's from Scranton.
Yeah. That's not. But, I mean, he's barely winning, which is weird.
Yeah.
Hold on. Real quick. Oh, that's why. This is a Republican news site. It's like, yeah, he won, but...
No, it's the polls. It does all the polls. I mean, they might have...
I thought Real Clear Politics is strictly Republican.
No, it does an aggregate of all the polls. It's all the polling.
Jesus, look at that. Republican presidential nomination.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Nikki Haley sucks and she didn't know shit. She's almost as bad as Kamala Harris.
She's practically Hillary.
We should just have like a random segment where we just listen to Kamala Harris just fuck through a fucking talk. Oh, it's fun. I know I'm swearing too much, but I'm having a good day.
I hate polls.
You know when you play with your kids a lot and you feel like a good dad? Like I'm having one of those days. Until you want to snap and headbutt everyone. Hey.
Bear. South Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, Trump just destroyed everyone.
Yeah.
Honestly, if they really wanted Trump out, they would put a good candidate against him, and they refuse to. Vivek is the closest one, and he already quit.
Yeah, but there's still donor money behind Haley.
Yeah,
there's all kinds of donor money.
It doesn't matter. She doesn't have a chance.
But you can take all that donor money and you can move it. You could move it into a non-for-profit, and that's the game.
Yeah, well, you know what the game is?
Because the longer she stays in, the more money she actually raises. So she has no incentive to drop out, even if she's going to lose the primary. It just doesn't matter, because that's the game.
Can you believe we've been doing this shit for 3 years?
Well, I think it shows.
Shows. We're in a bar. We're drinking.
We built a bar. We built a bar. We built a TV bar.
We bought a zoo.
We bought a zoo. I'm going to go to the zoo.
I'm really sad that 50/50 shut down because I would have really loved to do this there. And they wouldn't have given 2 fucks. Yeah. They would have been like, sure, do it.
Yeah.
And then we would have had a drunken spelling bee. We could have had a Sweet Lies drunk spelling bee. And that could have been great.
GOP betting odds.
Dude. Do you think that like who's the big betting people? DraftKings. Do you think DraftKings?
Oh yeah.
Do you think that they have something on the elections?
Yeah, it's
got to, right?
What is that? The betting averages, election betting averages.
Here, I'm gonna give me a shot. Go ahead.
Good. Give me one too.
Okay.
Or get the bottle.
Mezcal?
Yeah, por favor. Yeah, these chairs hurt. Yeah, this ain't the most fun podcast. This is just doing one to do it, and we're actually like it's a practice run for election day, and using the big long camera cable.
I don't practice anything. I do everything for real. I'm in it to win it. I came with notes, but we're not doing the thing that
we're not doing the thing. We're not doing the thing with notes. We're not doing that today.
Hey, why
it's not the day of the test.
Hey, so while he's doing this is one thing that I do recommend, and I will ask him to pull it up at some point. Not to listen to any of it because that's not what we're gonna do here. But while I'm looking for this. Basically what it was a very almost it's not inspirational in any means, but it was eye-opening.
Okay, at electionbettingodds.com before he
Okay, go ahead.
While he cues that stuff up.
Yeah.
Here, let me adjust that size of our thing. Make us smaller. There we go.
Okay.
So chance. Here we go. Yep. This is electionbettingodds.com. Dem nomination 2024. Biden. It's 71.5%. Then there's Newsom, 10.4%. He's second. So, and then Harris at 6.4%, and then good old Miss Hillary, 1.4%. Warren, Kennedy.
Hold on, Hillary is up there? Nah.
On the betting odds, she's a 1.4, but it's like,
yeah, but she's not even up.
I mean, that doesn't even register, so it's just like, yeah.
Newsom, yeah.
Well, he's second. He's second to
yeah. I mean, like the fact that Biden's even up there is insane.
GOP.
Yeah,
Trump is
just running
like
away.
Almost all of it. He's got like all the percentage points.
And
almost.
Trump, and presidency, 51% for Trump, 31.6 for Biden, 4.9 for Big Mike.
Yeah.
Let's see, Newsom 2.5. Kamala Harris should be a negative 0.1000. And RFK Jr. is 1.5. That sucks because I think he would be a good vice president. I think he should be the vice president and then groom him to be president.
Wait, who?
RFK. The only problem is that
I don't
they
like
need to have
his
somebody
position on. I don't like his position on gun laws.
I don't like his position on Ukraine, but I mean he doesn't bullshit. I mean what he believes is what he believes. Yeah. I don't think he just says shit just to say it.
And anyway, we do have a 3-tiered Congress, or sorry, a two-tiered Congress and with 3-tiered government. So, I don't know, but I don't know. Democrats are probably going to try to pack the court.
So just for your spiritual healing.
Spiritual healing, baby.
Yeah, I recommend that you listen to Jordan Peterson, Tommy Ballou. Is that his name?
It's
Bill U.
I'll pull it up.
Yeah, they have a podcast where they have it came up about 4 or 5 days ago, and Porter sent it over to me, and I gave it a couple listens because there's certain things in there that take more than one time to digest to really grasp the concept of what he's saying. And I'm just saying,
Impact Theory podcast.
Just listen to it.
Container, and the thing in the container is what works.
Yeah, it's great. If you have any sense of, I honestly don't know how to describe. Just listen to it. Tell us what you think. If you have any questions, comments, whatever on the whole subject, if there's anything that you want us to talk about, we can cover anything. I'm just saying that you need to listen to
this podcast right here.
You need to listen to
Impact Theory, latest one. Jordan Peterson came out 5 days ago. Jordan Peterson being canceled and warning on good and evil, God, World War III, Andrew Tate, porn and men feeling lost. It's a good, insightful episode if you're into deeper stuff. Behind stuff.
It's good. It's good stuff.
And I'm looking forward to Jordan's new book.
Yeah, I know. It's coming out.
In November.
I've been looking forward to it like I've been looking forward to Jack Carr's books. I love Jack Carr. He's good stuff.
He's got more coming out?
Yep. Well, he just had one come out and I haven't read it yet. Usually I'm like...
What, In the Blood? Or
no.
It's a new one after that?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, he's cranking them out.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. I think he had another one come out. I'm not sure. I've been so wrapped up listening and learning new shit. Yeah, it hits you right in the taint. So eventually, after we get through the election season, what I want to talk about is I'm going to start really diving into World War I and the 30 Years' War. There's the two things that I know jack shit about, and I'm going to get very well versed in.
Greg's going to get beefed up on history. How about that shit?
Yeah, I'm a Republican dad. I'm a Fox News dad. What can I say? I love history. The thing is, I've always loved history. The thing is that I didn't have time to really get into it, and the fact that they have Audible, which I've used, and this is a shameless plug for them because they're amazing.
If you don't have time to digest full audiobooks on Audible, you should check out Bleakest.
Yes. Don't know what that is, but yes, do that.
It condenses all these books down to their main ideas.
Whatever it takes to learn some shit and get some perspective, do that. Do that.
Yeah, it helps break things down.
And just like it evolves your brain. Right? It levels it up. because what I like about going through it, you find some nuance. The whole thing with Daryl Cooper's Fear and Loathing in Jerusalem, it's fantastic because you get to learn both sides of it. Or documentaries. Here's another fun thing. The best documentarian ever. Ken Burns. The best one that's ever lived.
I was going to say Werner Herzog.
No.
Okay.
No, Ken Burns. He's the best. Civil War, Vietnam, Ken Burns, baseball. Baseball's amazing.
That reminds me of another channel that I watch.
If you haven't watched the Ken Burns baseball, if you like just a little bit and you're kind of curious about the history of it, they talk about like a dude throwing like a seashell, and that's how he learned to throw a curveball.
This guy's got a good channel.
Who is it?
Vlogging through history.
Okay.
I get the sense that this dude is like a teacher, like a high school history teacher, maybe even college level. I don't know his background, but...
What about hardcore history? That guy's awesome.
Dan Carlin. He's the best.
I listen to some of his stuff. I'm not saying this guy's not great. I'll look into it because I like history shit.
But he reacts to everybody's other channels, like History Oversimplified or whatever.
Yeah.
He reacts to all that. He even reacted to Razor Fist stuff on Abe Lincoln.
Yeah, what do you think about it?
He's like, he's full of shit.
Who? Abe Lincoln?
No.
Razor Fist? Good. I don't like Razor Fist. I don't.
I like his takes. He's salty.
He's got too much of a... I haven't been punched in the face enough, and I don't have that being in me. If you've been in enough...
He's got a great Metal Mythos series, though.
Oh, I'm sure.
I enjoyed that thoroughly.
I'm talking about...
He goes deep.
You understand that there's some people that have confidence of people who've never been into a fight in their entire life. Those are the people I can't stand. That's whenever I'm watching him, and I haven't watched a lot. I've watched a couple of things. One thing that he turned me on to, and I listened to like one other thing. And that was my takeaway. It's like, dude, if you have the confidence that looks like you've never got your ass kicked, then I don't want to listen to you. And it sucks because you might have good points, but I won't hear it because you're brazen like. Obviously I know what I'm talking about. Obviously,
but check out Vlogging Through History. This guy's got some good insights and good reactions to historical stuff, other people's historical takes.
Oh shit! There was a thing that I listened to was it was Chris Williamson. It was a podcast I was listening to. No. And he talked about what's his name?
Modern Wisdom. Chris Williamson.
Yes, but there's something that he was. There was a guy that he brought up, and I looked him up for a second. He was talking about the most interesting man. He was so he was in World War I.
Oh wow!
He was born as a British aristocrat, and he wanted to be in war so bad he just like. Whatever side wants to take me, I'll go. They called him the unkillable man or the immortal man or something. The guy just refused to die. Got shot in the eye twice. Shot in the hand where he only had like 2 fingers that were kind of like he was shot in so many fucking places. Not only that. Even when he was like 60, he was in World War II in 1940 something. They used him as I don't know. I gotta find his name, and I'm gonna run through. But this guy, and the next time we talk, I'm gonna bring him up because I'm very excited about this guy,
This episode's my fault because I said don't worry about preparing anything.
Well, no, it wasn't that. It just came in because we were talking about war shit. And this guy's amazing. He got shot so many times in so many places.
This is the most amazing, interesting man in the world.
Dude, this guy just didn't fucking die.
So he really was.
And nobody fucking talks about him. Nobody's heard of him.
He just drank the sick. He was just featured on the sick.
It's crazy.
Forever.
Oh, by the way, have you ever seen Sisu? No. It's like a John Wick World War II movie. It's a guy just running, like they're trying to take his gold, and he kills everyone. The guy threw a fucking mine, like a tank mine, at a dude's face. It's fun. It's a fun movie.
Interesting.
It's not real. It's not like a true story. It's just fun. It's a fun watch. Sisu, made in 2023. Can you pull it up real quick? SISU. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's possible to play a trailer on it.
Load.
If it's possible to play this trailer, we really need to.
Oh yes. I saw the trailer for it at the movies. I was like, yeah, that looks awesome. Yeah, I'm down. Because the Sisu is the name of the dog. I think
so.
I think it is. And it's like the dude just whoops ass on Nazis. We'll probably get copyrighted if I show the damn trailer.
Okay. Yeah, let's just not show it. But like, okay, can they see this part?
No.
Just show them this. Go watch this. This shit's awesome.
You watched it?
Yes, I watched the whole thing. It's great. I was like, I'm just gonna put this on before I went to bed.
You watched it here at home?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was on Stars, one of those apps. I mean, it was on Paramount, and luckily we had it.
Right on. Yeah, I've canceled subscription, so I'm like fishing for the next thing to give my money to on a subscription platform. I was thinking about Paramount Plus, or the Daily Wire, because I get more out of Jordan Peterson stuff.
Dude, I got so much Daily Wire stuff. It's crazy.
Are you still subscribed?
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. We need to start sending them stuff just for funsies. Just see what they do.
Send it. What do you mean sending them stuff?
Yeah, just our podcast. Like, you should check this out.
Like, they got moderators to filter out all that shit. I'm sure they've got all kinds of people throwing them like, "Here's our show. Notice me, senpai. Notice me."
Oh, holy shit! I think I found it.
Found it.
Lieutenant General Sir Adrian Paul Ghislaine Catan Duarte. That's the guy. Look him up. We're going to talk about him on the next time, but this guy is fucking awesome.
He was on the...
No.
The guy from Sisu was on the Chris Williamson podcast?
No.
Or the most interesting man in the world.
No, they talked about this Sisu on that podcast.
Okay.
And like a couple other times before, and I was like, all right, well, let me watch this. What are they talking about?
Okay.
But during their podcast, he was talking about this guy, Lieutenant General Sir Adrian Paul Ghislaine Catan Duarte.
He's got a lot of names.
He's got a lot of names. But he had one arm and one eye, and this dude was a monster on the field. And this motherfucker just didn't want to die. Holy shit. Talk about a role model. This is a legitimate here. He said that he had as many medals as his times as he got shot, and he had like 30-something medals.
Wow.
This guy's crazy. There's actually a picture with him and Winston Churchill.
Wow.
And he's just sitting there with his sleeve just kind of dangling. Crazy shit.
Crazy.
Anyway, so love you guys. I think we're just kind of wrap that one up.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Don't forget to vote. Election day is on March 5th.
Yeah, like us, subscribe us, give us questions, give us emails.
Send us hate mail. We don't even get that.
Whatever you want.
You hate us. Hey. That helps too.
Yeah. So comment, do whatever you want to do. We'll be there. Be there. Be square.
Follow us on Twitter and stuff. All that good stuff.
All right.
Yep. Happy Election Day. Or see you on Election Day. See you on Election Day.